I know, right? Yeah, no, get me pictures of Spider-Man. I need pictures of Spider-Man now. I want them on my desk now. You should have had it right now. They're not in my hands right now. You're fired. Now that you're fired, we can be best friends. Now that you're my best friend, I want pictures of Spider-Man. You're not getting them. You're fired as my best friend. I gotta go, bye. Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Ryan Moore, and this is the Game or Die Show. And tonight, we're going to be continuing on with our playthrough of the Metroid Prime series. A couple days ago, we finished Metroid Prime 1, which was awesome because it was the first time I ever actually played through that game. Super, super fun. So we're going to continue on because we got to get through Metroid Prime 2, 3, to get to 4, which comes out later this year on the Switch 2, and I could not be more excited. So there's two different ways to play Metroid Prime 2, which is subtitled Echoes. You can either play the GameCube original version or the Metroid Prime Trilogy version that was on the Wii. And I put it in the Discord as a poll, and the poll won with Metroid Prime Trilogy on the Wii. So we're going to play the Wii version. Now, I hope this works out. Wii emulation is almost super unbelievably fairly solid, but I have not played some Wii emulation games in quite a while, so I updated everything, and we should be good to go, but I hope there's no crashes. So, fingers crossed. But we're going to get into it. I hope everyone is doing awesome. And it's Saturday night, which normally we would be doing Rock Band, but we did that a couple nights ago. I wanted to play some Metroid Prime, so yeah, that's what we're going to do. So let's get into it, shall we? Okay, so we are here on the Metroid Prime Trilogy, as you can see, and the nunchuck is required for this game. So we're going to start with a new slot. We're going to use my face, my Wii, and it says if we, me, whatever. If the me is deleted from the me channel, it will also be removed from the save slot, so be careful. Got it. I mean, that's interesting. I'm totally fine with that. So we are going to, so we have some options and extras. We can play multiplayer. Apparently Prime 2 had multiplayer. I had no idea, but we're playing just the regular one. So we got the first one we just beat, and then now we got Prime 2 and then 3, but we're playing 2, which is subtitled Echoes. We're gonna play it on normal. I ain't playing this on veteran, sorry. Oh man, I don't even know how that would happen, but I bet I would get pretty frustrated. All right, so here we go. Let me know if the audio is too low or too high. Sometimes with emulation especially, you just don't get perfect audio levels right out of the gate. 8 days ago, contact with Galactic Federation Troop Squad Bravo was lost. Our contract agreement: locate Federation troops and render assistance. Our data confirmation says last transmission received from a rogue planet located in the Dasha region called Aether. Uploading last known coordinates now. My throat has been a little bit scratchy the last couple of days. Not really sure why. Man, there is some compression in these old Wii titles, these FMV cutscenes, let me tell you. That's the one issue that I really have a big issue with games where they use pre-rendered FMV cutscenes. They don't ever hold up. I mean, the art style and the direction and everything, but especially with these older games, you get such a bad compression. Look at how awful the compression is, and there's no way to fix it. But once you get in engine, everything is nice and smooth and clean. You can up-res it, right? So it's a little weird. All right, so we got a lightning storm coming in, and oof. Samus's ship is not doing too good. A little worse for wear. Ooh, no. Ooh, crash land, but it's all good. See, now it looks really nice because we're in game engine, right? Some of those textures, not the best, but that's okay. Yeah, there's our girl. Ooh, and you get to see her face and everything. That's pretty cool. Yeah. All right, here we go. Okay, so we got that, and we got this. Okay, everything seems to be going pretty good. Oh man, this does feel a lot weirder than the remastered version. Why didn't they do a 2 and 3 remastered? Ugh. Okay, press and hold Z to lock onto the target. Done. And we can push A to shoot. It does feel real weird though. Whew. That lock on, not feeling super hot either. That's okay. Like I said, it's learning how the game works and plays, and I'm okay with that. Audio is a little bit low for me, but that just might be me. Here, I'm putting it at 65 for you guys. Let me know if the audio is not good, but it should be okay. So X is jump, and I'm using an Xbox controller. So X is jump, A is shoot, B is the data. All right, so we got like all of these. Got it. What is Y do? Y crash the game. See, this is what I was talking about. Oh boy. Tonight's one off the rails. Turn off dual core setting to avoid this. Let's see if it broke. Hold on. Hold, please. Yeah, cool. It just super crashed the game. Awesome. I did not want that to happen. Hold, please. So, while I'm trying to fix this, I'm trying to see here. Why won't it let me... Why is it grayed out? Let's force stop. There we go. All right. Let's try this again. If it crashes one more time, we're switching to the GameCube version. I've never been a fan of Wii. Never, never, never. All right, let's just try this again, shall we? Man, weird. But I'm glad we got it out of the way at the very beginning. We didn't get into it, right? I hope we don't have to watch that whole cutscene. The cutscene is a little long and laborious. All right, so we got our save. Single player, Metroid Prime 2, normal. So that option that was on, it was called dual core, and it's in parentheses speed hack. And it said, hey, you know, turn this off. Like that was one of the errors that came up. So I'll just turn it off. We'll see what's going on. And if not, we'll switch over to the GameCube version. If that doesn't work, we might just have to play Rock Band. All right, well, let's talk while we're waiting through this whole thing again. It's Saturday, and it's Easter weekend, or as a lot of people call it, Resurrection Weekend, Salvation Weekend, Holy Week, things like that. I'm a Christian, and yesterday was Good Friday. I call it Great Friday because Friday is great. Yeah, the whole fact that Jesus died on the cross for us, like that's just unbelievable, and we don't mourn because he rose from the dead, right? And so on Sunday, tomorrow, we celebrate him rising from the dead and, you know, conquering death and all that. And it's one of those things that it's weird for me to talk on stream about, mostly because I just don't. So I'm trying to do that a little bit more, be a little bit more out and about with that stuff. And it's just odd because I've grown up in a Christian environment, a Christian home, always went to church, grew up in the youth group and things like that. So I was always surrounded by Christians. Very rarely would I never not be in an environment where someone didn't know about Jesus and wasn't a Christian. So it's a little bit odd and weird for me to get into a stream where people don't know that and they're like, what are you talking about? So being a little bit more evangelical with that is really interesting. And I'm always very careful with how that comes off, because that's one of the biggest things. I know a lot of people have a big issue with a lot of that stuff. So if you do ever have questions or anything, I am absolutely 100% A-okay talking about that. Okay, let's try this again. Did that say return to my ship to save? I think that's what it was saying. Let's just jump up. It does feel weird, I will say. Okay, so we're creating a save point right at the very beginning. Yes. Game has been saved, energy and ammo fully replenished. Excellent. We have not done anything, but we're back at good scoring. Now, I pushed a Y to get to the map, and that's what kind of crashed it last time. So we got our map. Right now, I think mostly because I have to remember we were playing the remastered version, so it's like an updated UI, much higher resolution text and textures and things like that. So I'm gonna have to remember that as I sit here, because this map does not look as nice and clean as the other one. But again, that's because of it being a remaster. Okay, let's play. Okay, so that is not going to happen. This is a much different, different feeling game though. I will say that, much different feeling. Just because of the control stick and having this weird thing. That's one of the reasons why I never really liked playing and never got into Prime, was this weird control stick where it's like a holdover from the Nintendo 64 GoldenEye era, when you are zooming in and aiming down your sights, you have this weird like gluey type of crosshair. That's odd. It feels very odd. Is that a map? That looks like a map that I can get, but I can't log on to it. And okay, shoot and jump. Jump on down there. One of the things that I noticed with Prime 1, and I said this at the beginning, like kind of near the beginning of the game, and then at the end the other night when we finished it, very odd that there was no screw attack. Mother Brain wasn't a part of the game, screw attack wasn't part of the game. Like, you always get the screw attack jump, right? But they didn't have it in Prime 1. So that was really interesting to me. Also, very interesting that they never did do the Prime 2 and 3 remaster. Use the scan visor. Okay, so how do we ooh, wow. Is that a missile? So down D-pad is the missile. Move the cursor to the top zone and release and what? Oh man, that is, oh boy. Okay. That's gonna take a little bit of time to get used to. All right, mechanism. Mark 6 gate, armored defense system. This gate is used with armored security locks. The locks must be neutralized for a gate to operate. The gate is durable, resistant to all but the most potent explosives. Okay, so A, and then what is 2? It's 2 for logbook. I'm assuming B is 2. Okay. Oh, man. Oh, this is already confusing. Hold on. Okay. Scan this. Lock armor disengaged. Destroy locks to activate the gate. The gate will remain open once activated. Okay, so these are the locks, I'm assuming, right? Object for the scan is complete. This is an armored security lock. The lock armor disengaged. Unable to bypass lock security systems. Destroy the lock to advance. We got that too. And so once they're kind of scanned, it looks like they go green, and then we don't have to worry about them again. Terminated bioform scan complete. Codex genome match splinter. Ooh, like the rat. Source of termination, inhalation of industrial grade pesticide, toxic elements still present in local atmosphere. Maintain suit lockdown for effective life support. Let's just scan everything that we can right now. Device is part of a ventilation system converged to dispense pesticide. System is still active. Pesticide supply at 13% and dropping. Boxes. This is Heavy Galactic Federation crate. These storage units are durable. Only heavy weapons and explosives can damage them. This is a Galactic Federation crate. These storage units are known for their complex lock systems. Destroy them to discover their contents. And we got some of these guys. Ooh. Object is composed of nutrient-grade biomatter, protected by a thick exobarrier and tensile webbing. Possible source of nourishment for local bioforms. Okay. So if I shoot this, man, my nose. I didn't do anything. Nothing there. Cool. And then we gotta shoot these things. Oh man, this might actually be a little bit too difficult to play with the Wii version. Like this rubber banding lock system, I'm actually having to hold the joystick with both thumbs. Like, it's weird to shoot because I have to take my thumb to move everything around and I have to push A to shoot. So that and then shoot. Like, I might have to mess around with the controls maybe a little bit. Who knows? But we're just gonna go for now. We're just gonna go for now. This is a Converge cargo pod gate. This gate was once part of a Starship cargo bay and has been modified for security purposes. It will move when a nearby panel is scanned. Nearby panel. Terminated bioform scan complete. Codex genome splinter. He was hit by an unusual amount of weapon fire, more than unnecessary to kill it. Marines are not prone to such overkill. Okay. Now we need to scan a panel, it said. AB! Dude, what is up? I was actually talking about you like maybe earlier last week, saying how much I missed you. How's it going, dude? We were playing, the reason why is we were playing some Pinball FX VR. So I thought of you and I was like, oh man, I miss AB. He hasn't come around. How are you doing, buddy? What's up? Happy Saturday. All right, here we go. So we've moved that door. And what is this? The map? I'm assuming the map. Beep bop beep bop. Dude, no worries at all. I totally get it. I am always happy when anyone shows up ever, no matter what. I just appreciate you being here. And yeah, life has been very crazy for us too. Very crazy. You have downloaded the map for this area. Press 1 to access the map, and when you're finished, press 1 again to resume play. Ooh, resume the play. All right, so a little bit of a different feel for the map because the zooming in and zooming out are on buttons, not triggers. Thank you, Wii, for just being... Thank you, Nintendo, for making a just completely insane controller that doesn't function like a normal controller would. But whatever. Oh boy, hold on. I'm just noticing something. I don't know if right there. I'm gonna have to look at it. I think I have a blown pixel. Oh, that's not good. Oh well. Oh man, I think I have a dead pixel on my TV. Bummer. Yeah. We did play the beta, not beta, it's in early access. So I bought Wreckfest 2, played a little bit of it on stream, very early, but they're doing a content update, I think next month. So we'll kind of check in with that game as it starts kind of getting more content. But right now there's very little other than a handful of courses. But it's super awesome. It feels really good and it looks really good. Worker Splinter drone of the Splinter Hive. Low threat target generates webbing for use with its duties. Okay. Then we got some bad guys. Dude, Danzig, what's up? What is up with like all the old school people coming in? How are you doing, dude? Terminated bioform. Standard human, source of the fatal wounds. Whether it is an accident or not remains to be seen. Scan this door. This is a powered door system. Low level energy shield on door to prevent activation by local creatures. Weapon fire of any type will disrupt the shield and open the door. Okay, so just weapons. I'm doing pretty good. I am doing pretty good as well. Yeah, it's just a bunch of enemies. We don't really need to like dive deep into it. Sometimes you'll need to look around to find targets. Thank you, game. Thank you, Nintendo. Nintendo and their, we have to super tutorialize every single little tiny bit in the game. Push up to look up. Push down to look down. No, not on the Quest 3. No, not on a VR headset. I actually have never had a dead pixel before. It was literally the first time any display has had it. It might be, and it might not be. I can't guarantee, but it looks like it. It is singular square dot on this TV. Okay, press C to turn into the morph ball. Okay, that's not it. That's 2. I'm assuming this is 1. Okay. What is C? There we go. Yeah, dude, the Switch 2. Yes, I did see the Switch 2. I am very excited to get my hands on it so that I can play some Mario Kart, because we played Mario Kart on Friday. No, Thursday night. We played Mario Kart, Super Mario Kart, the first one on Super Nintendo on Friday for a little bit. That was fun. Okay, so that's gonna, I might have to remap the buttons later, but for right now, I'm not gonna worry too much about it. Whew. Ooh, that sucks. Yeah. Enemy movement analysis complete. I mean, especially anything tech related within the pandemic years. Honestly, it's pretty much anything. This is actually something that if you ever buy a house, because we're all buying houses, you know, for the rest of our lives. If you ever buy a house, stay away from a house that was built around the pandemic, because they just like did bare bones jobs. So never buy a house that was built during the pandemic. Okay. I think we can roll down here. Yeah, there we go. Yes, some objects can be destroyed by bombs. Thank you, Nintendo. Why is that guy? Can I shoot him? No? Okay. So I have never played the Prime series before. I did play a little bit of it in VR with the Dolphin VR fork that came out in 2017 and hasn't been updated since. And it's just very janky, so I decided to go with the Prime remaster that came out a couple years ago, and I just finished that the other night. Super, super fun. And so we are moving on to 2, and this is the Wii version, not the original GameCube. I did a poll in the Discord, and the poll won out as play the Wii version. So this is Metroid Prime Trilogy. However, I'm really not digging the control scheme of this game so far. Nice. Yeah, I've never played this series. I was never a big Metroid series guy until a few years ago, and I played through all of the 2D versions. And then when Prime came out, I just was never a GameCube guy either. I had one because I bought it for Zelda 2. Or Zelda 2. I bought it for Zelda Wind Waker. Oh, it's a bomb slot. Okay, powered system control unit. Insert the morph ball into the bomb. I remember this from this. Oh. Here we go. So, let's get into this for a little bit. The Nintendo pricing is because they can get away with it, because the gaming media decided last year to start planting the seed of, hey, video games should be way more expensive than they are right now. And so they started planting this rumor of, hey, by the way, there's no precedent for this, and nothing would ever happen like this. But we're gonna put the seed into people's minds of, GTA is gonna be $100 out of nowhere, like an extra $40. No, it won't be. But they kept saying it and saying it and saying it and saying it, and then games have been going, well, we're gonna be $70 now. And most people don't buy those games. They're doing really lousy. If you take a look at the AAA arena of games, most of those $70 games don't sell well for various reasons. And so there's a lot of pushback already on $70. Nintendo went, oh, well, we're going to make it $80. So no one's going to buy it. There's a lot of backlash. And the only people who are pushing the $80, and this is, I'll tell this really quick. The only people who are pushing $80 as, yeah, that's totally fine, are the people who are getting games for free. The games media, the content creators. They're the only ones who are like, no, we should totally do it. And so, yeah, I called a lot of people out over this weekend, and they all unfollowed me and blocked me. The people who last week were like, oh, yeah, we should all be mad about $80, started turning around going, you know what? No, it's you, the people who are wrong. Leave the multi-billion-dollar corporation alone. They deserve to to make games $80. And so they started like really pushing back on that. And people are calling them out. And what are they doing? They're all blocking. They're blocking and unfollowing everyone who's calling them out. That is shilling. That is being a scumbag. And so I started doing that, and I started getting a lot of unfollowed. I lost so many followers on X, and I've gotten blocked quite a ton by calling them out and saying, last week you were totally on the we the people do not like $80. And all I see is, hey, Nintendo should totally deserve this. So, yeah, that's my feeling on this situation. Okay, so let's continue on. Sorry, did not mean to go on a rant there. I need to learn how this game works still. And they're all gonna sell. They will sell. And I said this earlier today too. The gaming landscape is very, 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 very different than it used to be during the Wii U and the 3DS era, right? Over 10 years ago, gaming was not as mainstream as it is now. And it's not as big for people to make money off of. You could not make money off of buying a video game console and putting out a video on it, or just talking about video games like you can now. With all the social media and all the content creation and all the monetization. So anyone who wants to make money will buy it no matter how much it costs. That the Switch 2 could cost $1,000 and it will sell out. Why? Content creators, scalpers. They know people will buy it. So it doesn't matter how much it costs. Same thing with the games. They know people in the content creation era and the people like I was talking about, they're gonna make those games. They're gonna buy them if they have to for $80 because they're gonna make way more off of their videos about, don't buy this game. Oh my. Menu. Can we just talk about the scumbag YouTubers that make content of, don't buy this game, yet they bought it? I saw that all day today, and I unfollowed a lot of people. I'm like, you're such a shill. You're such a terrible person. They're just doing it to get clout, you know? That's all. Okay. What am I doing here? Yeah. Here, oh man, I'm really trying not to go off on rants because we literally just started this game and I need to kind of pay attention. But over the last couple of weeks, I've countered at least 500 different people showcasing Nintendo 64 games used to be $75. And no, they weren't. Most of those images are from distribution catalogs and they're Canadian prices. And anyone who actually knows what they're talking about, those were not the actual prices. And the only thing is, this is the thing, I'm gonna pop myself out here really quick. Hold on. This is the issue. Inflation is a two-way street. You have to have money that basically more money gets printed so that things rise in price. But the other side of the street, people have to have that inflation of their paychecks, right? The amount of money that you get also has to rise. So inflation works two ways. It has to be equal. It could be a little bit above, a little bit below, but it has to be fairly equal. Over the last 4 years, this is what's happened. Printing money has gone up. The amount and prices of things have gone up, but the main amount of people who are making the money have made the exact same, if not technically less than they used to. So it's all screwed up. There's hyperinflation. You cannot feasibly say, oh, well, $60 is now $80, because that's not how that works. That's not inflation. They don't understand the very core basics of that economic pricing. So right off the bat, they have no idea what they're talking about. Then they're showcasing all these pictures of these Canadian price catalogs, and US and Canadian prices are not equal. They're very skewed, and especially in the 90s. If you lived during the 90s and you paid attention, like even on a book, you would know that a $9.99 book cost almost $20. It was over double. So those prices don't work. And then also, because of cartridges, the cartridges were actually the thing that cost the money. If you look at the same catalog and you look at disc-based systems like PlayStation, they're all like $20, $30. The reason why those games cost X amount of dollars, like $70, $80, quote unquote, in Canadian prices, is because the chips, there was chip shortages, and the amount to manufacture those chips actually cost more. So if the game actually was a bigger game, it technically it cost more to make. Oh my gosh, it's so frustrating talking to these people who think they know what they're talking about because they saw a meme online or they saw a picture online and they never lived through it. It's all people, in their 20s, who never even lived through this stuff. And they're telling me, a person who actually owned a video game store and actually has the metrics and data to back it up, because I actually had to do that to balance books. MSRP was $59.99 for Nintendo 64 games. Why do I know that? Because in California, because the tax, 7.75, I believe, percent, it came out to $64.64 for a Nintendo 64 game. It cost $64.64 to buy a Nintendo 64 game in 1999. Period. Ugh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I have not been paying attention to the chat. I just needed to go on that rant. Oh boy. Technology, it's Moore's Law. If you've never heard of Moore's Law, I have, because my last name is Moore, so it was always something I always learned when I was younger. Moore's Law basically said, as computers age, I think it's every year or every 5 years or whatever, the processors, everything gets smaller and everything gets everything minus 50% smaller, minus 50% cheaper as well. So X amount of years, everything gets twice as small and twice as cheap. That's like the basic of Moore's Law. They actually said it doesn't, sorry, I'm not playing the game anymore. But yeah, Moore's Law basically is like every year something gets 50% smaller and 50% cheaper, something like that. But they started saying, it doesn't work anymore, but that's within the last handful of years. So the reason why computers don't cost hundreds of or thousands of dollars is because that's why. Sorry, I did not mean to go on a rant there. I don't even know what I'm doing in this game. But that's the thing. I don't like these guys. I really don't like the aiming too. Doesn't feel very good. Doesn't feel accurate. Like I said, I might have to play around with the controls a little bit, but for now, I think I'll be okay. Yeah, but that was in the 60s. In 1995, you could still buy, RAM sticks that were the same price, same size as they are now. Oh, that's okay. Like I said, I have no problem talking about it. It's just I want to play the game too, and I've had that conversation pretty much every day for the last 2 weeks about pricing. Someone will come in and talk about, hey, have you seen the Nintendo pricing? And so we'll get into it a little bit, but you guys haven't been here for a while, so I wanted to make sure that I did talk about it because you asked. What is this? Is that Samus's Echo? Oh, the Chinese manufacturers too, yeah. Here, let's see if we can scan that. I think it would be wise to scan it first. Ooh. Unknown dimensional anomaly. Anomalies seem to be dimensional rift. Target destination unknown. Yeah. I mean, it's a much bigger conversation. But man, the Chinese market that's been going on, you got things like Temu and just the garbage that they're putting out. I was watching a Family Guy episode today, just a few hours ago, where they advertised this new Christmas item a new Christmas toy. It's called like Happy American Panda or something. And it's like this panda toy from China that clearly is like saying, hey, this is a Chinese toy and it's spying on you, because like it says whenever you pull out your your parents' credit card, it will light up and make a dance, and it's just clearly scanning the information. Or if you put it to your screen and type your password, it will make a dance and sing a song. And it's like, dude, that's what's been going on. Like, it's obviously, you know, totally overblown, but that's what's been going on for the last handful of years. And everyone who buys Temu just, they're like, I want cheap things. I'll give my credit card information to China. I'll give all my personal information to China. I don't care. I mean, that's what TikTok is too. That's why they banned it. And then went back on it like literally 24 hours later. It was a Family Guy episode, and they're making fun of like this just product that clearly isn't real, but that's what China is doing with Temu and all that stuff, and then TikTok. Like, they're just getting all our information because people are stupid. I don't know what's happening here. I don't know why Samus is doing the Spider-Man meme. Ugh. Yeah, it was really dumb. They banned it for like 24 hours, and they're like, okay, we're gonna make some legislation to control it or something. I have no idea what happened. That was months ago. It was a big thing because of streamers. Like, that's the reason why I knew about it, is because streaming, like, you want to stream on TikTok or make videos on TikTok because it's really, really popular, and that's how you get a lot of views. Apparently anyone who stream, but again, I can guarantee you all of those people who are streaming on TikTok, 99% of those viewers are bots. Space jump, grapple beam, offline. Okay, so we had all of those things, and now we got nothing. Okay, we don't have our power bomb, we don't have our boosters, we don't have our missile launcher. So just like in the first game, we got, or just like every Metroid game, we've got our all of our stuff completely taken away from us at the very beginning of the game, and now we got to go get it back. That's one of the things where I kind of really wish that they would stop just using the same Nintendo formula. And Nintendo does this way too often. They have a formula and they literally just stick with it for like 20 games. I literally just started. We are like probably 4 minutes into the game. I just been ranting the entire time. You joined at the very beginning. This is straight up the very beginning of the game. I don't know where I am. I don't know why I'm here. I just know that I'm in this area and there's things shooting at me. Okay, dash. There we go. Okay, so that's the thing that I was talking about, is I was really, really surprised that you didn't get the screw attack in Prime 1. I was like waiting for it. Every time I was like, is this screw attack? Is this screw attack? Nope. I was like, wow. And then when we beat it the other night, I was like, huh, you actually don't get the screw attack. That's kind of odd. Like, that's very un-Nintendo, because like I just said, they kind of stick to the formula. TikTok for another 90 days, yeah. Something like that. Yeah, I haven't really paid attention to it. I just know that they were like really going hard on, we're gonna ban it, we're gonna ban it, we're gonna ban it. They did, and then literally like 24 hours they were like, it's unbanned. And like people were having meltdowns, like screaming on video, you're killing me, you're taking away my food and how I live, and all this stupid dumb crap. And again, it's because those people are relying on Chinese, you know, all that Chinese stuff. Ooh, we got a save location. Okay, so if we go down and then go over there, we need to save. That's what I want to do. I gotta say, really missing the remastered. Really missing the remaster. Ooh. What games would I recommend that came out recently? Non-VR games I really enjoyed in December. They came out with the Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. That was really, really fun. I really enjoyed it. I highly recommend it. We played through it. So again, if you're one of those people who just want to watch it, like I have a full playthrough on the YouTube side. And that was really fun. What else came out recently? Not a whole lot, like small little things. There's been a lot of big stuff right now with the VR scene has kind of exploded in the last few months, but it's mostly on the PlayStation 2, PlayStation VR 2 side of things. One of the biggest games is the new version of Hitman, exclusively for the PlayStation VR 2. So that's kind of dumb, because this is the 4th version of Hitman VR that we're getting. And it is apparently just phenomenal. They finally did a good version of Hitman in VR. It's Hitman 1, 2, and 3 from 2016, 2018, 2021. It's those games in VR, but they rebuilt it so it's actually like a good VR version, not like the Quest 3 version, not like the PlayStation 1 VR version and all that stuff. Apparently it's really good. That's all I've been seeing online is people playing that. I'm like, I'm really mad because I have it on PC. I would really like that. So who knows? But yeah, that's been pretty big. There's been some other stuff. Like I was really excited for, what was it? Civilization 6 came out in VR. It just came out a few weeks ago or a couple weeks ago, but apparently it's not really good. I haven't messed around with it. I didn't buy it because it was $60 and apparently it's like kind of pretty bad. So that kind of sucks. Wanderer is also another PlayStation 1. I think it's also on Meta as well, on the Quest. It was originally a PlayStation VR exclusive, and then it came out to the Quest and VR2, PS VR2 version. So I don't know. Scan visor useful for gathering information. Okay. Secure Galactic Federation crate made of strongest minerals in cosmos that cannot be destroyed. Heavy transport crate unit cannot be destroyed. Currently connected to industrial winch system for movement. GF combat crane, portable lifting system used for troops to assemble temporary battle structures. Powerful winch system lifts and moves objects quickly. Okay. Oh yes, Behemoth. So Batman, the Batman MetaQuest exclusive game was phenomenal. Did a whole playthrough of that. Behemoth 2. I was not really looking forward to Behemoth. I was like, whatever. We played through it and holy crap, dude, that game is really, really good. I think that's probably one of my favorite VR experiences that I've had in the last couple of years. Batman squeaked it out because I played Batman first. And that was at the end of the year. And so if you go listen to the Game of the Year podcast or watch any of that stuff, I talk about it or watch the playthrough of it. Really, really good. I didn't get to Behemoth until after the new year. So like the very beginning of January is when I started playing Behemoth. And I was like, this would have been probably number 2. I also played Subside in VR. Subside was like this weird scuba diving game. Very relaxing, kind of more relaxing / like chill, but super, super beautiful game. There we go. That's what we needed. Yeah. I got Gorn too as well, just haven't done anything. It's been so busy. It's been so unbelievably busy. And I am starting to do a lot more videos and stuff like that. And then it's the busy time of work too. So I'm very busy with work, and then also improv. I'm in an improv team, and we had our first improv show a couple months ago in February, and now we're ramping up for our second show at the beginning of May. So in just a couple weeks here. So yeah, life has been really hectic. Really, really hectic and crazy. Oh, I don't like those mosquitoes. They freak me out because there's a ton of mosquitoes right now, like even in the studio. And I'm not happy about it. Man, I really don't like the aiming in this. Did I not hit that other one? That's not fair. There we go. Yeah, Postal 2. I'm very excited about that. Yeah, the Oblivion remake on Monday, right? I'm really excited about the Oblivion remake because I love Oblivion and I never finished Oblivion. I got into this game-breaking bug back on the 360, like back in 2006. This is what happened. I got to a part in Oblivion where I was in an Oblivion tower, and I was like really, really high up in the tower, and then there was like the one boss, like major, huge guy, and I had no health, no weapons, and like he was chasing me, so I couldn't get away from him. And I accidentally saved over, and this is way back in 2006, when I was just utilizing one save slot. Like I wasn't doing multiple save slots every X amount of time or whatever. And so I practiced really bad saving, and I saved this one part right before like I got in the middle of this fight, and I saved it in the middle of the fight, and I was trying to run away from him. I spent probably about 2 hours trying to get away from him, and I couldn't. So I got like soft locked into the game. Sucked. Oh, sucked so bad. Yeah. I'm very excited about it. Supposedly it comes out on Monday. So we'll see. We'll see how I feel about it if it does come out on Monday. Yes. And this is why I've incorporated the ABS system of saving, always be saving in different slots, right? Man, I'm gonna have to get used to the controls. These are a little bit different than the remaster. Yep. Game Pass, man. Just unbelievable. Okay, so that is something we're gonna have to get like a wave beam or something. Some new beam technology. Ooh, temple grounds, all right. Hopefully we'll come across a save point soon. So this is my, first time playing through this game for sure. I've seen nothing of this game. So this is all 100% new. But even with Prime 1, that was all new to me too. And when I was the first couple of episodes of playing through that the last week, 2 weeks ago, I was like, oh shoot. I don't know where a save room is, and I kind of just got overwhelmed and died and lost like 20, 30 minutes of progress. And I was really bummed about that. So I'm trying to be very cautious about where the save rooms are and utilizing them. Industrial winch engaged. Engage. Smokestack. some weird thing. I'm assuming we have to shoot. See, this is what's happening. So I'm pulling the left trigger to lock on, right? And I have to push the A button with my thumb to hold the charge. And then I have to take my left hand thumb and use it to aim. And that is just really, really hard to do. Like, that just sucks. So the control scheme is not 100% great on this. Now, if I go to this, PW, okay. Red door over there, so we can't get that yet. And I did see, right up there, there's a missile upgrade, it looks like. But there's no way we can get that yet. So far, totally decent. Very different, but similar at the same time. Security protocol, you're cleared to proceed. Some gates will remain locked down to prevent future incursions by hostile forces. So that's a little bit different. I feel like there's definitely some big differences right off the bat. Like these little combat arenas and stuff, and in scanning doors to open and unlock them, that feels very different. I don't want to scan everything, but at the same time, I kind of need to. Statue houses a power grid, motivator unit, and an energy projection array. All systems are offline due to age or structural damage. Okay, and then we got these guys. Stop. Scan. Scan this guy. Thank you. Jeez. Oh. So there are different percentages of splinters, I guess, or something. Maybe it's like the scanning in BioShock. Aggressive and dangerous in numbers. Their light armor is no match for your weapons, however. Really? Well, I don't not discount that, but I haven't really heard anyone say anything bad about Echoes. I've always heard that Echoes was like way better than Prime 1. It feels kind of different. But again, I played the remastered version that came out a couple years ago on Switch, and man, that was pretty much perfect. That was a great way to experience it. I'm glad that I decided to go with the remastered version and not the original GameCube version in VR. Because I played the original GameCube in VR a little bit a couple years ago, and I was like, yeah, it's okay, but it's a little bit clunky and wonky. I could see some people not liking this just from the way that it feels. It does feel fairly different in certain aspects. Transmission failed to atmospheric. Oh no. Scan these guys. Dark Trooper, deceased soldier. Bioscans indicate terminated life signs for this trooper and presence of an unknown biomass. No, it is not blasphemy, because I didn't either until recently. Back in 2021 was the first time I actually sat down and played through a Metroid game. I played through Metroid Prime, or sorry, the Metroid 1, 2, 3, like all the 2D versions, the side-scrolling Metroids. Because what happened was when Metroid Dread on the Switch was coming out, I saw this picture and I uploaded it into the Discord a couple days ago. But I saw this picture where it had the timeline of the Metroid games, and it said Metroid, mainline trilogy 2D series, and it had all the games in a timeline to say this is what it is. And I did not realize that Metroid 1 on the NES had a remake called Zero Mission on the Game Boy Advance. And I was like, oh, dude, I know Zero Mission. I didn't know that that was a remake of Metroid 1. So I played that instead of Metroid 1, and that like slingshotted me. because Zero Mission is so good and it's so refined and tight with its controls. Like, it just slingshotted me into, oh, I love Metroid. So I played through all of those games in a row with that image. And then it has Prime, like the Prime like timeline universe on the bottom, and it says Prime 1, Prime 2, Prime 3, and all that. And so I played through all the 2D versions, and then I played Metroid Dread when it came out, like a month after I finished the entire series of 2D, and I loved it. And so Metroid Prime Remastered was the game of the month for this month, for April. And we just finished it a couple days ago, and I said, well, it's still the middle of April. Let's continue on with the series. So we're kind of just going with Metroid Prime 2 and 3. And I've heard pretty good things about 3. I remember when 3 came out, I had my game store, and so 3 and the trilogy came out. And so I played a little bit of the beginning of 3 to test it out at the store, but I had no reference for the game. I absolutely recommend playing Metroid Zero Mission on Game Boy Advance. That's where you start. Growler class turret, automated defense system, lightly armored gun used for point defense. Fast targets can evade its tracking system. We got a gate. Mark 7 defense gate, durable Federation barrier. An interface module is used to operate this gate. Scan the interface module nearby to activate it. Got it. Yeah, and that's kind of what they talk about with that image. Like, it's a really good image of saying this is how the series works in its timeline. It has like an offshoot of the Prime series. I highly recommend, and again, it's in the Discord. I posted it a couple days ago. Unable to scan the target, local interface blocking the scan visor. Recommend scanning object from close range to counter its interference. The only game that is on the Switch for the Prime series is Metroid Prime Remastered, the one that I just played through. That is on the Switch, but they did not remaster or put out this 2 or 3 of the Prime. For the 2D series, I'm not really sure. I know Metroid Dread was the Switch game that came out a couple years ago. That's like the last one in the series, though. So I would recommend starting with Zero Mission on the Game Boy Advance, however you want to play that, you know, emulator or whatever. I already killed that. So there is something off to the right. What is this? Oh, there is a morph ball hole. Boink, pop out. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Super Metroid's really good too, man. And then with Metroid 2, it's a Game Boy game, and it's really regarded as kind of like the black sheep of the family because it's classic old monochrome original Game Boy. So there has been a couple different versions that you can play now called AM2R, which stands for Another Metroid 2 Remake, which is a fan-made, really well done fan-made mod of Metroid 2 in like modern day 2D, using a lot of the assets from the Game Boy games and putting it into a fan-made game. There is a YouTube review on my YouTube channel of AM2R. That's what it stands for, Another Metroid 2 Remake. And then there is a 3DS version, an official Nintendo 3DS version called Samus Returns, which is a 3DS remake of that. So there's multiple ways you can play Metroid 2, but start with Zero Mission, play Samus Returns on the 3DS or AM2R, That'll be the second one. Third game in the series, I believe, is Super Metroid on the Super Nintendo. And then Fusion, which is, I believe, the next one in the series. And then Dread, which is on the Switch. Oh, dude, it was the Retro Studios? That's awesome. The headquarters? Why were you taking an exam in the headquarters of Retro Studios? That seems weird. I need to shave my mustache. I just got a haircut a couple days ago. And so like I have that phantom hair where I want to kind of move my head around and get the hair out of my face, but I don't have that anymore. It's weird. Decacycle, Cosmos Final Report, GFM. Oh, no, I didn't get to read the whole thing. While on patrol with the Dasha system, we engaged an unknown space pirate frigate. The enemy frigate was crippled and it crashed on the planet Ether. Oh, nice. Okay. Bilingual. Well, muchos gracias. We followed the pirates, but our ship was damaged and something happened. And now they're bugging out. That was weird. It's an FMV cutscene. It's all compressed, but they were bugging out. Heavy magnetic activity during the storm disabled our something or other. Upon landing, we split into 2 units, one on the setup ops. But dude, that's going way too fast. Each unit was doing fine, no problems. Until they appeared. Good old compressed video on the Wii. I love the Metroid music though, man. Oh, dude, there's like actual audio, like voices. Oh, okay. You should have just like popped your head in there and said, hey, if anyone wants to hire me. I'm certified in bilingual, so that ain't good. So this is basically Starship Troopers is what's going on, right? We played Kingdom Come last year. I didn't finish it, and so I didn't get into Kingdom Come 2 because I heard about it, but I was like, I didn't finish it. And there was some stuff going on with Kingdom Come 2 and the developer and stuff, so I kind of like steered clear of it for a while. I'll probably get to it at some point, but I got to finish the first one first. I don't like not finishing a game in a series and then just jumping into the new popular one that just came out. Like, no, I gotta play through the series. I gotta know, especially with, I already played like 17 hours of Kingdom Come 1. And then 2 came out, and it was like, I kind of know the beginning of the story, but I don't have any reference of what's going on. I don't want to spoil Kingdom Come 1, so I got to finish that first before I jump into 2. So I'll probably play it at some point, but it's kind of on the back burner right now. There's a lot of other stuff that I want to play first. Memory core damage, unable to restore access. Seek individual log entries in Trooper armor suit systems. Galactic Federation Trooper, 0 life signs. Trooper armor compute heavily damaged, unable to recover log entries. Yeah, they're gonna be... It's Nintendo. Like, they're basically like second party Nintendo. They're so locked down. They're so secure. Galactic Federation Marines vessels have sustained heavy combat damage. Blah, blah, blah. Got it. Scan this guy. New lore entry. I'm beginning to think that there was a really bad idea going down there. Reeves is right. That hive is just one of many. It's stupid to stir a hornet's nest, especially if your plan is sleeping under it. I agree. Yeah, I had a good time with Kingdom Come, but it's very, very heavy dialogue. And I did have a lot of people on the stream kind of going like, this is boring, I'm gonna bounce out. Like, so I really didn't have anyone watching, and I was like, I gotta balance this a little bit. And I was having an okay time, but it wasn't anything where I was like, oh, I gotta play this. I was like, yeah, that's fine. This is just a bunch of chairs for people that are all dead. No, I mean, there's nothing happening on the channel that they could do anything about. I'm also way too small. And people who get struck by Nintendo, they have hundreds of thousands of. So I have less than 150 subscribers. So yeah, that ain't gonna happen. I think I'm okay. Doors open to this position. Access the map station granted. All right, map data. Yeah. The combat's actually in Kingdom Come was really good. It's very, very. What's the word? It's very like complex and really intense. So if you are just wanting to kind of hit a couple buttons, yeah, it's not going to be your thing. If you want like really, really deep combat, it actually is very deep because you have to be in different stances. You have to be able to block is like there's multiple different types of blocks and things like that in different positions. Like just crazy. Okay, cool. We got more stuff. Why are you mad, Ori? Eeyore. Dolphin's being dumb again? What's wrong with Dolphin? We already had one crash earlier at the very beginning. Dude, I want to get out of this scan. There we go. We'll just do that. Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate is so good. Yeah, it's a unique system, combat system for sure. But again, it's very, very intense. And that's a big reason why a lot of people were like, how long are you going to be playing this for? And I was like, you know, we just started and, you know, it's game of the month and stuff. And they were like, oh, okay, well, I might check back in a couple months. I'm like, oh, okay. That's fine if it's not your thing. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, yes, yes. We know. Just trying to scan everything. Okay, where are we going? Oh, it's running slow. Yeah. That's where a new computer really comes into play. Things are running slow. Can I jump on anything? This is a Federation crate. Tactical data suggests the presence of a personal weapon system within the crate. Use of heavy force is required to eliminate the crate. Heavy force. Can we slam anything on it? No? Baldur's Gate is really intense, and if you're emulating stuff, you got to realize not every game emulates the exact same way. What is going on here? Unable to control the door. Access the door controls. You will need to update your translator files. How many? Oh, Dark Alliance. Oh, okay. I was like, Baldur's Gate 3, I don't know what system you're trying to emulate that on, but Baldur's Gate 3 is a pretty new and hardcore intensive game to emulate, so you're gonna have some issues there. Dark Alliance, yeah, that's weird. I don't know why you would be having issues with just that one. Always look on Dolphin's website to see if there's any different things to get it fixed. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Certain games just have, you know, were created in a different way, so you got to be very, very careful with them. So this is Metroid. So in the Prime series, which is the first-person shooter Metroid games, we played through and just finished Metroid Prime 1. We finished that on Thursday night, I believe. And then Prime 2, we just started tonight. And then they have Prime 3 that was on the Wii. And then Prime 4 is just about to come out. Prime 4 is on the Switch 2 game. So, yeah. It will be coming out later this year. So this is the second out of 4 that will be out by the end of the year. What other hack and slash GameCube games? Off the top of my head, I do not know. Thank you. Yeah, I've been trying to figure that out. There we go. Got it. Thank you. Yay! Beep bop beep bop bop. Morph ball. Do we get to shoot over there? Oh, we do. Haha. There we go. Okay. So now we're up here. Scan this thing. Blast shield on the door blocking access. Analysis indicates that there is a blast shield if invulnerable to most weapons. A missile blast may damage it. Okay, so we need a missile. And it looks like there is a hole here. And also, nope. Gotta be careful. Blast shield on the door blocking access. Analysis indicates that a blast shield is invulnerable to most weapons. A power bomb may damage it. So yellow's power bomb. We do not have that yet. Okay. Let's take a look at the map here. So we can't go through yellow. I don't know where blue is. Blue is on that side over there. If we jump over, perhaps. And red we can't do. So if we do this, it's just auto shooting. Okay. I was thinking maybe like we could like aim it at this thing and have her run into it, but I don't think we can. Oh, there we go. Yeah, missile launcher acquired. Sweet. All right, press down to fire. Press A to switch back to beams. Got it. Oh. Ooh. Ooh, a little crunchy, slow audio. I don't like that. And I tell you, dude, the controls need to be a little bit realigned on this, but that's okay. I'll do that on my off chance, or off screen. Okay, so we did that. Now we got to go blow up that one door with our missile, and then we can proceed. Sweet. I'm loving this. I'm having a blast so far. A little bit different, especially because of the controls and things like that, but I'll get used to it. I got used to it in the other one. So this is where we use our missile to blow up the door. There we go. Yeah. There we go. A Stalker 2, great. We did Stalker 2 for January's Game of the Month. Also, I did a fun little YouTube short about Stalker. So if you go to the YouTube channel and you look at January's short for Game of the Month, it's like my announcement. I did a whole like skit video for announcing Stalker 2 as the Game of the Month. That was fun to shoot. And then I immediately got super ultra mega sick. Yeah. Luke Ross mod for Far Cry 4. That's awesome. The thing with it, with a lot of this is it sucks because I don't replay games. I can't stand replaying games because I get very, very bored if I've already finished the game. Like I just check out completely because I already know what's gonna happen. I don't like rewatching movies. I don't like rewatching TV shows. I don't like replaying games because I know everything that's gonna happen. So I just sit there bored out of my mind, and it sucks when you get these really good games like Far Cry 4 and there's a mod for it, and it's like I can never replay it. So it's basically just not a thing that I can enjoy. But if you haven't played it, man, Far Cry 4 is probably my second favorite Far Cry game. I actually think 5 is my favorite. 5 is really good. But 4 is fantastic as well. Megan Penn is, he's a solid enemy. He's a solid bad guy character. Oh, that looks like something that's going to be able to be blown up, perhaps? Let's scan that. Scan indicates presence of a control system. Interface method unknown. Control units not present in visible spectrum or current time space. What? But there's a thing right there. Cool. Oh, 5's your favorite too? Nice. Yeah, I think most people who played the Far Cry series, they think, I hear a lot of people say 3 is their favorite. Most people's favorite Far Cry is 3. I don't think anyone has Far Cry 4 as their favorite, but I really enjoyed it. And then I know a lot of people who don't like 5 at all. 6 also was kind of a little bit weird. And I'll say the black sheep of the Far Cry series, which most people even forget is a game, is Far Cry Primal. I also enjoyed New Dawn, which was the New Dawn was like a standalone DLC for 5, basically. And it's huge. It's a really big, but it uses the same map as 5, and it just takes place 30 years in the future. Really good for that. And then what else? Oh, Blood Dragon. That's another one most people don't even know of. Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, which is like this super ultra mega 80s standalone DLC game. Way back when, Ubisoft was actually making really good, fun games. Okay, just let me shoot. There we go. Nice. Yeah, Crysis is great too. The Crysis mod. Again, only if I never played those games before would it actually interest me. Can we kill these things? I hate these beehives. I remember they kind of were really annoying. And especially you have to kind of re-aim on them. No, let's see if we can just get away from these guys. No, doesn't look like it. Ooh, I wonder, can we? Yeah, there we go. I think outside the box a little bit here. There we go. Yeah, I'm really not digging this waggle control stuff. It is odd. Yes, the Men in Black mind wipe device would be amazing. So how do I mean, we could do this. Okay, good. Anyone else? I don't think so. I see it. I see it. Yeah, it doesn't like actually lock on at all. It kind of like gets in their vicinity and you have to, the controls are not great in this. I'm just gonna point that out. Controls are not great for this Wii version, but the Discord voted on it and they said, make sure you play the Wii version. So that's what we're playing. There we go. All right. Now we can pop in here. Oop. We got to do it again, I'm assuming. Keep going, keep going. Oh, maybe we have to shoot it with a missile, perhaps. Yeah, there we go. Now we hit it. Yeah, there we go. Sweet. Thing behind us, above us? Nope. Hopefully everyone's having a good weekend. I have been having kind of a relaxed weekend, which is nice. Yeah, I can't stand motion controls, man. Just absolutely despise them. The Wii motion controls. Wii motion controls are much worse than like regular VR motion controls. Storage device, most of the material used to make it is indigenous to Aether. It is sturdy but not indestructible. Do anything for me? If I blow everything up? No? Okay. Oh, we get at least one of those. Can I lock onto this guy, man? Jeez. There we go. We blow up that hive. Cool. That's where we came out of, right? I just want to get away from these wasps. Ugh. So annoying. Or is this where we came from? This is where we came from. My bad. Ooh. Oh, toothache. That sucks. I feel your pain, buddy. Oh my gosh. Toothache is probably one of the worst things I've ever experienced in my life. I've had some really bad teeth pain. And gosh, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. At all. I feel like I need a save point soon. We need a save point. We're at the Great Temple. I'll jump up here. And are these space pirates? I'm assuming these are space pirates. Let's scan them. Target has been dead for 8.1 cycles. Despite the presence of local animals, target corpse has not been disturbed. Scans suggest the presence of a toxic biochemical within the target. This may explain the lack of Karen feeding. Target has been dead for 811. Target size and muscle mass suggests heavy combat training. It's likely that it was a warrior of some kind. The lack of gear, armor, and weapons is curious. Perhaps they were taken by others of its kind. So these are definitely not space pirates, which is odd because, you know, they look like space pirates. They kind of have the same like feeling. They look kind of like space pirates. Yeah, it's weird. They look like them, but apparently they are not space pirates. Huh. Oh no, bats. And I didn't get to scan that at all. I didn't get to scan any of those. Mechanical analysis, devices part of a compromised security system. Only basic door systems remain online. Well, let's scan these cables. Active power system cables. Energy flows from prime generator to auxiliary systems detected. And then there's something in there if I can get it. Yeah, I can. It's a save station. Excellent. Oh, I hope this isn't a boss area. Please don't be a boss. Okay, these don't look too bad. Oh, crap. All right, game. We got that blue oozy goo. So I don't think it was a dead pixel because I don't see it anymore. But I'm gonna keep my eye out for it. Let's kill these guys. I should probably scan them, right? Dark Splinter. Darkling-possessed insectoid predator. The alien symbiote within the splintered augments its strength and durability, threat level raised. Dude, AB, thank you so much. I hope you have a good rest of your night, buddy. Thank you so much for hanging out. Glad to talk to you again, and I hope you have an awesome night, and I hope your tooth feels better, because that definitely sucks. And have an awesome Easter Sunday. Take care and God bless, buddy. Ooh, we got a new one. We got a new one. Scan. Alpha Splinter, alpha male of the war pack. Gigantic predator, very swift and strong. It uses ramming attacks to defeat its foes. Swift and strong. All right. I think we'll be able to take care of it. Ooh. Yeah, I honestly like the scanning stuff. A couple weeks ago, before I decided to put Prime 1 as the game of the month. Oh, now it has its thing. Hold on a second. Let's scan this guy. Dark Alpha Splinter, alpha male of the Darkling War Pack. Symbiote enhanced speed, strength, and armor. Okay. The lock on, not great, but I think we'll be fine. Oh yeah. I think we'll be fine. So I saw someone like talking about Prime 1 and they're like, "Oh, scanning the game." And I was like, "Huh?" And so we played through it and I was like, it's not that bad. I think this is more egregious, honestly. I think the scanning in this is way more egregious. Yeah. Suck it, Dark Alpha Splinter. Unradical. Poor Splinter. Leonardo comes out of the shadows. Raphael starts crying. Okay, absorb its life force. Yeah. Do it. System alert. Unknown item acquired. Alien technology has bonded to armor systems. Threat scan complete. No negative impact on suit performance. Okay. So I think that was part of the Fusion game, right? Fusion was where her suit kind of got infected with the, like, I know it's not X-23, but it was like the X something something alien system, and it like infected and morphed her suit or whatever. Yeah, so this is the Prime trilogy. Prime 1 and 2 were on GameCube. 3 was on Wii, and then they came out with Prime Trilogy where they ported Prime 1 and 2 and added 3 into its own, you know, singular disc. So Prime 3 was the only one that came out on the Wii, like exclusively to the Wii. But Prime 1 and 2 were on GameCube, and then we're playing Metroid Prime Trilogy. So this is the Wii version of Prime 2. Let's see, do we have, does it tell us which one? No. So there is a save room behind us. Well, don't spoil it, because I've never played this game before. So if there's like kind of lore stuff or any of that, don't spoil it, please. Unable to, because I've never played this game before. I'm going in 1000% blind. Wait, what did that say? Sorry. Unable to control the interface with the door. Control system cannot translate alien text. You will access the control. You need to update your translator files. Okay. We got these things. Ooh, what are these? Units identified as hibernetic stasis chambers. Life signs of hibernating bioforms within the chambers are steady. Chambers are made of a number of exotic metals. It would be quite difficult to breach them with conventional weapons. Okay. Can't translate it. Update our files. And then we've got this last one here too, I believe. Just can't do anything. Cool. Awesome. There's this thing, though. Destroy splinter cocoon, compromise hibernation structure. The cocoon has been heavily damaged. Only remnants of the cocoon shell remain. All right, so let's go back this way. I want that save system, though, man. I'm kind of mad. Kind of mad. Couldn't get out. That's okay. I'm very, and the reason why we're playing this and why the now Metroid Prime series is Game of the Month is because I want to play Prime 4 on the Switch too. So I need to play through these to play Prime 4. That's just the way I roll. Or that's the way Samus rolls, I guess. Ooh, okay. Do not be afraid. I am Yuma, Sentinel of the Luminoth. Please listen and hear our words, or our world's peril. What's up, Fuzzy Pickles? How are you doing tonight? Happy Saturday. Ooh, okay. Long ago, a cosmic object fell to our planet Aether, exploding with great force. A rift was torn in time and space, and a strange power flowed over the world. Hey, cool, awesome. I am glad you are able to lurk for a while. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, period. Where once there was one Aether, now there were two. One of light and one of shadow, each existing in its own dimension. Okay, multi-dimensional Aether planets. It was the end of peace on Aether, for a new race was born that day on the dark world. One filled with hate and terrible power. They are the Ing. Not the best name for creatures, but whatever. The Ing are creatures of shadow and darkness, knowing nothing of peace or mercy. For decades, we stood against them, yet we now lie on the verge of defeat. When Dark Aether was born, our planetary energy was divided, half for our world and half for theirs. Should one world gain control of this energy, the other one will perish. Yeah, put your arm cannon away, Samus. He's not a threat. Before you arrived, the Ing had stolen a device from us, one that collects planetary energy. With it, they have weakened our planet to the verge of collapse. But fortune smiled upon us this day, for the energy transfer module is now bonded to you. With it, you can help us restore our world. You're our only hope, Samus. Should we fall, the Ing will look to the stars for new planets to ravage and conquer. Your species could be their next victims. The Ing have taken our energy to 3 temples on Dark Aether. Find these temples and transfer their energy from them to our own. I have updated your map system with the location of another temple. There is knowledge there that can help you on your way. I have also updated your translator module. You can now access devices and doors coded with violet holograms. Many lands are now open to you. Prepare well for your journey. The Ing now know you to possess the energy transfer module. They will try to recover it at all costs. Return to me once you have restored the energy to the temple. I will aid you as I can. I now must go to my planet. May the light of Aether shine upon you. Sweet. So we should probably scan this guy, right? Luminoth, Umas. Indigenous sentient species of planet Aether. Subject is Umas, a sential of Luminoth. Guardian of the species and the sacred temple. Okay. And then that's our energy module, I guess. Unit regulates planetary energy in this sector and is linked to global energy network. Got it. Okay, cool. Interesting. I actually really like that. Them kind of like having characters to interact with finally. After an entire game of literally not interacting with another character at all except for enemies. So now we should be able to go down and save too. We need to definitely save. Oh yeah. Very interesting, very different feel and vibe to this game compared to the first one. But not in a bad way, just in a different way. Hold on a second. Yeah, okay. Yeah, definitely enjoying it. It's just, like I said, it's a very different game. So we can only interact with violet doors. Hold on a second, just... Okay, there we go. It's the sound, the audio is actually kind of freaking me out a little bit. I thought there was gunshots. I was like, no one should be shooting guns at 1 o'clock in the morning. It is just the audio of the game. Light flyer. Light generating flyer. Your target mechanoid is quite durable. It can fire bursts of energy in combat. Right. The combat and the control is definitely not as good. Mostly probably, I'm assuming, because of the because of the remaster. The remaster is just, you know, built for modern control style and play. This is a, like, Nintendo trying to figure out dual control stick, right? So it's a little hard to get used to, but other than that, I'm liking the game so far. It's just very different feel. Much darker, more like, oh, we're gonna tell a story. Like the other one just feels like you were kind of plopped in, and story wasn't really the focus of Prime 1. Prime 1 is all gameplay, like all gameplay. And the only difference with story is like it's peppered throughout with little logbooks. But this feels like, oh, you've got a character to interact with, and they're gonna talk to you. And there's cutscenes going on with voiced dialogue. Like that's crazy compared to the first one. So very, very different feel, but not in a bad way. It feels like a true sequel. It takes everything the first game did and just amps up the production quality of it. Tells a bigger, more complex story. It, you know, adds more layers to the gameplay itself as well. May you find enlightenment and peace. Okay, thank you, Door. Very kind, Door. Okay, we were here before, right? So, map. Now, I don't think we could get through that red door. I don't think so anyways. What is that P and E stuff? Like, what are those? What are those? The switch to the dark world and stuff. That's interesting. That's real interesting. Oh no. Starship Trooper enemies. And then Dark World enemies. Dark Aether enemies. Yeah, it definitely feels like more awkward combat for sure compared to the remastered version. But I think I'm gonna play around with the control a little bit tonight or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow, and see if I can fix it to where it makes like a much better feel to it. Now, we can't go through this yet. Like, we can interact with purple, violet doors, but not actually these things. Statue's motivator unit is functional, but requires power to operate. The power beam cannot energize the statue. Seek an alternative energy source, right? And then that's gonna be like the dark energy, right? To switch between worlds, between dimensions. And then this, a missile. Sweet, so we can go through the red. Boom, boom, baby. Energy tank? Yeah, all right, sweet. There's our first energy tank. You can also feel the scale of this world because of the remaster being in, you know, like a much higher resolution, built in a higher resolution. This feels very much more condensed and squeezed down. Okay, so where do we need to go? I don't think we can go through E, which is in front of us. Oh, maybe we can. Yeah, let's go through this way. Blast off! It's party time. And we don't live in a fascist nation. Blast off, it's party time. And where the heck are you? Does it seem like there's going to be a lot of backtracking? It's a Metroid game, so I'm going to say there is going to be definitely backtracking. I don't know how egregious it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be a lot or just kind of like mandatory backtracking, or I mean, a lot of the backtracking for me in Prime 1, why my first playthrough was 17.5 hours or 0.75 hours was because I was lost, because I didn't know where to go. I didn't know how to utilize the game very well. It was my first time. So that did cause a lot of issues. But because this is more like, oh, I kind of know how the game works, you know, a lot of the same main stuff is going on, I can learn more about what this game is doing. So I want to go there. It does suck that you can't really, you know, move throughout this like you could with the first game. But again, I think that's the remaster. So I want to go to the left. I want to go to the left if we can. That's not helping. We want to go this way. This is the way that I wanted to go, I believe. So yeah, I don't think it's going to be massive backtracking, but I think there's going to be definitely a good chunk of it. Okay. I want to get to that unseen area. Defensive gate is composed of denzium, invulnerable to most weapons, although highly yield explosives are effective. Okay, so we can't do that until we get the, I think it was a power bomb that was the denzium. So can't go there. So now we got to figure out which other way to go. Now, if we go out into the right through E, let's do that. Oh man, I keep pushing the wrong button. So this is where we went, right? And we went up. See, I wish that the... So if you see, like, and I can't use it with this one, but you see the tunnel, it's highlighted in blue, meaning we haven't been there before, but we just went through this, and it's up where we were. So we gotta go to, I'm gonna say P. So we need to bounce out and go to P, which is directly across from us. That's where we need to go. Let's just make sure. Once we get away from everything. And then to the left, which we can't go to yet. Okay, that's kind of where I was getting thrown off. So we can't go that way. So yeah, let's go through this area. That's where we're going. Takes a little bit of time to kind of figure out this section though. It feels good though, man. Like the controls feel responsive, if a little bit unintuitive. So we need to go through there, which we can now because we've got our purple power. Purple power! Yeah! Beyond this door, the path lies to Aeon, or Agon wastes lie. Once fertile plains, now sands scorched with ruin by war. May life thrive there again one day. Go to where the question marks are. Oh, okay, I didn't see any question marks earlier. Oh, when they show up. Ha. Okay. I'm gonna assume we're gonna have to battle this guy. Oh no. JF Mez. Transfer for further stuff. Final entry, Warrior JF me. Weird name. Their army swells, beasts and rogue machines join the ranks of the Horde, all eager to bring death to the Luminoth. The Ings sent these new additions to their industrial site to do battle with me, while they watch from safety. Cowardly mongrels! My only regret in death is that I did not live to see the day of their defeat. May it come soon. Ugh. Okay, sorry JF me. Sorry you died. Bye. We get this guy? We have not. Blah, 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 blah. Simple-minded creature, got it. Kill it if we want to. I'm not gonna waste my time. Okay. A little bit of a scan. Elevator system on. I keep pushing the wrong button, man. I'm trying not to. Stalactites. And stalagmites. The ones on the bottom are stalagmites. Stalactites are on the top. Durable platform adapted to low light environment. The presence of a plant container suggests that it was placed here for decoration, possibly by local sentients. Oh, so this is like an actual, like, decoration plant. Ah, interesting. Just look out over yonder. Okay, let's not fall off. Let's go up the elevator instead. What say you? Man, Samus is so cool looking too. Like what an awesome character. Agon Bearer Pod. Living storage units in the Luminoth, hardy desert platform used to store useful items, though epidermis can be destroyed with weapons. Number of chambers throughout his body can hold a process that is moisture for weeks if necessary. Okay. Good to know. So I can shoot it if I wanted to. And it does not hurt me. Okay, got it. I do wish that the scanning was just like a little bit less, just because it's like, it's not super bad, but it can get a little bit annoying if you, but you don't have to do it if you don't want to. That's kind of the nice thing. For the most part, obviously there are things you do have to scan to move forward. Target has been dead for 1.1 decacycles. Body has been badly damaged by the sandstorms and heat exposure. Judging by the number of blast wounds, the target has been dead long before the desert got to it. And we've got these blades of grass. Sandgrass, indigenous strain of grass adapted to desert climate. The plant requires no moisture to survive, relying exclusively on solar energy for substance. Or sustenance. Just let me get out of the scanning, man. Oh. Agon Wastes. All right. I'm down for it. Bring it. We need to get up there. Up to way over there. Whoa, we got a sandworm. We got a graboid. Sand digger. Desert-based tunneling bioplatform. Extremely well-armored. Target exposed eyes to damage this creature. So if you have ever watched the Tremors movies, this is basically what those look like, right? But a lot of people call them Tremors, and that's the name of the movie, but not the name of the actual enemy. It's called a graboid, which I always thought was kind of lame, but Whatever. Is he dead? Okay, now he's dead. But yeah, a lot of people call him Tremors, and that is just the name of the movie, not the name of the creature. Beep bop beep bop. Please give me a save spot. Yes. Love save spots. Do I want to save? You bet your sweet bippy. Yeah, power up. That low quality character model, that low polygon character model of Samus, man, with no lighting on it, looks all just kind of like a plastic, little plastic molded action figure. Looks weird. Okay, so don't go that way. But I want to try and go forward just a little bit more if we can in that. Because I don't know what that does. I don't know where it goes. I want to explore. Oh, I'm going to assume we need to blow that up probably. Jump up there if we can. We don't have a jump yet. I was thinking that it was going to make us not be able to go that way because it's like flowing like a river, and we were going to need that like charge push, but I guess not. What is this area?
Recording to logbook.
A blue root tree, highly poisonous platform. Durable tree with venomous leaves found in several worlds in the desert climate zones. And that is just a hologram, I guess. Okay. So again, missile upgrade, which we can't get. Security gate is locked in place. Gate is controlled by a bomb slot device. Energize the bomb slot to open the gate. On the other side, I'm assuming. Missile expansion, carry more than 5. Blah, blah, blah. Got it. All right, cool. Well, we'll get there at some point. Whee! Now we can go fast. Oh man, I gotta say, I love that when she shoots close, that visor kind of lights up and has the reflection of her face in it. That's such a unique little touch they did not need to do at all. And the fact that they even thought about that is pretty interesting. Like, I legit think that is awesome. Okay, so that's where we came from. So we're gonna go this way. Another graboid. Okay, that was easy. Can't go that way because that looks like it is a yellow, orange platform area. And that's where we came from, right? Yes. So where are we going? Nope, did not mean to do that. Can't interface with it. We need to update our translator files. You know, that guy could have just given us the translator files for everything. That would have been nice. Sonic security system, sonic detection gear needed to interface with this system. Okay. Sonic beam. Destroying the sonic beam emitters may open the door. Okay. Can't get up there yet. We don't have like some double jump. So we go around. Yes, this is the way. This is the way to grandmother's house we go. What is this? Scan. Structural analysis complete. Structure integrity of brimstone object at critical. Okay, so brimstone, which is a Metroid staple. Brinstar, right? There we go. I'm trying to scan. There we go. Good grief. Sand bats. Small airborne predator pack. Contact with the targets can cause minor damage. Targets traveling in flying swarms. Now we can't do orange yet. So we just keep going. See, if I actually did not really care about like the story and the lore and all that stuff, I would just run through this and just kind of go, and I would finish these games much quicker. But I actually do like the story. I do like the lore and learning about the world and the characters and everything that they have in this game. Because if you just kind of run through it, man, you're gonna miss a lot of what makes this series special. So I'm trying to like really care, really put a focus on a lot of this stuff. And read, which I'm not the best reader in the world, but that's okay. You fail English? That's impossible. What is that guy? Ooh. Okay. Got some guys up here. Can we scan, please? Thank you. Pirate trooper. Okay, so here's a space pirate. Pirate trooper C. Starfaring Brigadon. Aggressive, well-armored bioform trained to combat and conquest. Sworn enemy of Samus Aran. Aaron, how do you pronounce Samus's last name? Oh man, that was pretty good. Is he dead? He is dead. Sweet. That was pretty easy. It was like one blast. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like trying to aim, like I have to hold the A button and then with my like finger, it just doesn't feel good, man. Small minor nitpick, but I gotta figure out something better, which I will be able to 100%. Like there's a way. There's a will, there's a way. I just don't like doing that stuff on stream. I don't like sitting there fiddling with controls for 15 minutes. Going, does this work? No, okay. Let's do something else. Okay, so I can't kill this guy. Brisgy. Venomous insectoid, poison stinger concealed in back-mounted shell. Finish it off quickly once the stinger is exploded. Okay. See, like I'm trying to lock on and it's just not happening. There we go. Okay, so scan this guy. Unable to interface. Something down there. Those are just what, boxes? Yeah. Space pirates strangely dislike theft. The only way to their crates is through the use of force. I like how it said that they dislike theft. Hold on a second. Oh, okay. Never mind. I hit the wrong button. Now we gotta go all the way around. But we can blow these things up. You know, a little health. I'll take it. Ow. Ooh, That sand was pushing me. Okay, so what is this thing? This is a statue of Dichur, the child hero of Agon. Once the lowly acolyte squire, he became a warrior when the temple was attacked. All warriors but Dichur were slain, leaving the boy as sole defender of the temple. He served Agon for nearly a centicycle before being lost in battle on Dark Aether. Aw, poor Dichur. Gates constructed of Luminoth designed alloys. Scan data indicates that weapons of artillery grade or higher would damage anything made from this alloy. Okay. Device composed of larger mining systems and used for extracting materials from raw ore. Excuse me. Oh, we can't get up there, but we can blow this up. And we can go forward. Oh man, shoot, I'm out of missiles? How do I get more missiles? This sucks. I need missiles. The game has not given me any missiles. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. I was like, there's gotta be a way, right? I mean, we could go through here. Have we gone through here yet? No, we haven't. Huh. Okay. Odd. I don't know where I am. Yeah. Sweet. Okay. Man, hold on. Oh man, I need water. I am all dry. What? I don't want to go here yet. This looks like a bad place. That looks like a boss room. Hold on, let's scan him first. Subject terminated 1.9 decacycles. Target has a number of wounds caused by small explosions, most likely deliverable by a portable rocket or grenade system. Okay. Let's just go the other way. Let's go back. Interesting. I like that little back and forth. That's kind of cool. Now that we have missiles. Oh, come on, man. I hope we don't have to fight those pirates again, just the wasps. Okay. I'm not going to deal with those. I'm kind of mad at that stupid little snail pushing me off like that. Not cool, dude. Not cool. There we go. I just want a save spot, really. Man. Crap. Dang it. By the time I got my scanner out. This also seems like a bad area to be in. What is up with these arenas? Whew. So white can't do that yet. We scan it. Blast shield unlocking the door. Invulnerable to most weapons. Ooh. Telluric alloys, stress fractures, detected structural integrity critical. So if we... Nope. Okay. Waste of a missile. Interesting. All right. Boss fight? Yeah. Ow. Hey, come on. I'm shooting you. Okay, so Dark Aether corrupts it, turns it into a Dark Graboid. Okay. Bomb Guardian, bomb dropping Darkling. Enemy is utilizing your Morph Ball bomb unit. Although its armor is strong, its tail is exposed when moving. Its mouth can be hit when glowing. Okay. I don't like that. It's giving me my... There we go. Man, the charging, the controls are just not great here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely change the controls on this. I can't even get around and move it because the control is so bad. Like it's really bad control, man. Oh, come on, man. Just garbage. There we go. That's what I wanted. Like, I'm having to do this weird, like, put my index finger on the joystick while I'm holding the A button with my thumb. Like, it's just, it feels like I'm a little kid playing a Nintendo game, and I've got like 14 fingers on the controller. Like, this is such a bad way of playing. Like, I can't aim and charge at the same time. I can't turn at, like, oh gosh. Dude, this sucks. This is such a bad control. And it's not locking on, too. Like, what's going on? There we go. Just one more, Ryan. Come on, just deal with it. Just make it happen. There we go. One more. Come on, man. Oh, you gotta be freaking kidding. Ugh. Dude, this sucks. This is terrible. And I'm gonna die. This is absolutely awful. Holy freaking crap, dude. Good grief. Wow. That was dumb. This is, we have to change the controls. That was that was nearly impossible. My fingers like are cramping because of that. Wow. Oh man. Happy Easter, Daniel. How are you doing? Morph ball bomb acquired. Great. Hold in morph ball mode. Press A. Okay. No, why did that go away? Why did the energy go away? If I die because of that stupid energy disappearing, I'm very upset. I need a safe space. There we go. Oh man. Ugh. I have to change that, the controls. That was so bad. And I have no health either. This analysis is complete. This is an access point for the local energy system. The energy transfer modules have been designed to interface with it. Once it has, all of the energy within the module will be channeled into the local system. Okay, so how do we engage with it? You want a booster box? What is a booster box? Luminoth hologram online, automated message initiated. Welcome, I am Aisha, Sentinel of the Aegon Temple. This message survives my death as guidance to one who would fight the Ing. I just want to save spot in health. That's all. I just need health. That's really all I need. A portal to the Dark Aether lies beneath, nearby. With it, you can travel to this land's shadow. You must locate the Dark Temple, a twisted mockery of this sacred place. Inside, you will find the energy controller you seek. The temple doors is held fast by 3 locks. The keys for the locks are hidden throughout that dark land. Oh, for card games, nice. Your search will be difficult. Even the very air of Dark Aether is dangerous and can cripple the strongest of warriors. Nice. That is awesome. That's super cool that you won that. In our past struggles with Ing, we placed a series of light crystals throughout their world. They remain today. These crystals create safe areas that will protect you from their harmful atmosphere of the dark world. I have updated your translator module. You can access doors coded with amber holograms. More lands are open to explore. Just give me a save point, man. When you have taken the energy from the dark temples, return here at once. May the light of Aether serve you well. Awesome. Okay, thank you. Oh, thank you, game. Five health and just walking around not knowing where to go, how to save. Ugh. Okay. So that's this dude, I'm assuming, right? Damage from multiple weapon systems detected. Subject definitely went out fighting. Okay. All right, so now we can open orange doors. I guess we don't do anything here. Like, I thought maybe we had to access point for the local energy system. The modules are designed to interface with it. Once it has, all of the energy within the module will be channeled into the local system. So I'm not doing anything here. Like, it's not interacting with it. So I'm assuming we're okay. We talked to this guy. We got the orange. Now we need to save. We need to find a save spot. Finish that boss fight. We got our morph ball bomb, which is good. Man. Yeah, Prime 2, baby. Excited. I really liked 1. 2, different feel. It has a very different feel to it. Not in a bad way, just a different way. Cool. I figured. I was like, they're probably gonna make me blow those things up. I don't like that the map, the mini map, is not there when you have the morph ball, huh? But it's really good. I'm liking it so far. I need to fix some of the control. That boss fight was very, very hard because the control is really bad. I need to swap it out because I'm using an Xbox controller. So I need to figure out how to map certain functions to different things. Because right now, to use my weapon, I can't move left or right, basically, at the same time. Like, to do this, to like charge and shoot while turning, I have to do this weird thing with like this claw grip where my thumb is holding A, but my index finger is pushing the joystick, and it's impossible to do that. So that boss fight was really, really hard. And that was kind of like the first real enemy encounter that I went, oh, this control scheme needs to be fixed. Because I almost lost, and we haven't saved for quite a while. So I'm trying to find a save spot. And we can go left, and maybe that's where I bet you that's where the save spot is. Stop. Enemy bats. Oh no, we can't go left because we have no idea how to get up there. Yeah, but it's okay. We now can do this. I'm not a fan of, I think the harshest criticism I have right now of this game is the UI. Having to push multiple weird buttons to scan and things like that, like it's really not convenient. And you need to do it to like open doors and stuff. So it's a very inconvenient interface system. All right, I got a missile expansion. That's good. What, 15 missiles now? Yeah. Okay, since we're in a safe spot, let's see what we can see. Zoom out a little bit. So if we go through this area, or if we go out and to the left, and then to the left again, out and to the left and to the left again, that's the save point. Yeah, dude, the remaster UI is so good. Like, I really, really liked it. I said that I had some trouble with the switching of the weapons and the switching of the visors, but that was pretty much it. Everything else was phenomenal. This, it's kind of got a little bit of the same issue in a different way. Okay, so left and then right. Cool, right there. Or is it? Here we go. Here's our save spot. This is what I needed. Yes. Oh. Sweet. All right, cool. So, unfortunately, I gotta call it here for tonight. It's been a long day, and then tomorrow is Easter. So, I want to make sure that I am fully awake for Easter. But man, I've had a blast playing this. This is the first time I've ever even set eyes on Metroid Prime 2, and I'm really enjoying it so far. Like I said, I think the issue that I have right now is mostly with just the UI, kind of trying to learn that, and then the control. I gotta fix the control. I'm gonna do that off camera, so when we come back tomorrow night, probably playing this, we'll figure that out. I'm having a really fun time with the Metroid series. I will probably play it tomorrow night, but no guarantees. I usually try to do standard, like, set things for the week, but over the course of the last month or so, it hasn't really worked out. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. I hope everyone has an awesome rest of your Saturday night. Take care, God bless, and have an awesome and wonderful Resurrection Sunday. He has risen, and he has risen indeed. All right. Take care, guys. I'll see you tomorrow night for more fun and games at 11 p.m. Central. Till then, bye-bye.